Hello everyone. Today's lesson will introduce you to some of the basic concepts or some of the ideas behind Feng Shui. Feng Shui is very important because some of the most important events that happens in our life, one of them will be the purchase of a house or a piece of land for people who stay overseas, for example, like people who stay in Thailand, right? Usually they will buy a property with a piece of land, okay, for instance. Therefore, right, the choosing of the house or even the piece of land to choose, right, all plays a very important influence towards our towards our luck and towards our life development, right? If you are able to choose a house with good feng shui, it will bring about good luck, all right, prosperity, and in some cases, even will help you to bring kind of auspiciousness to even your offspring, all right, or help the marriage to be loving and harmonic. Well, right. Okay, sorry, just let me drink some water, okay? Okay, I was just saying that, right? If you are able to find a house with good feng shui, right, you will bring about a lot of good benefits to you, all right? Because一命二运三风水，四子应得五读书，六名气上八敬神，九教贵人十养生。说到风水这个事情啊，就是人生第三样最重要的事情，所以呢，真的不可以掉以轻心的。好，我们的风水一定要搞好。所以呢，谢谢 Miss 马卡今天有来观看呀。所以呢，我没有生病，只是呢，喉咙呢有点干燥，然后呢，喝多一点水就没有事了啊。所以我先喝多一点水，OK，先喝多一点水。So I believe, right, many of you also, right, one of the things that people are most concerned about is also their house feng shui, all right? Besides knowing their future, right, a lot of people would also like to find out whether their house, their house feng shui, even the house number or the house theme color, in terms of the interior design or even the house interior different types of furniture are suitable for them. Okay, and today I will try to explain to my viewers. All right, some of the things that they have to take into consideration when they buy a house or when they set up a house or when they have decided to renovate their house, how they should go about choosing the right color or the right furniture or the right kind of design. All right, but it's going to be a long session today. Okay, so I will touch on each concept slowly and touch on each concept in a gradual manner because it's meant for beginners. So for all those who are interested in feng shui, you may actually come by and listen to my explanation slowly. All right, it will be I will estimate this session to last about 1 hour 30 minutes. All right, to last about 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, and I will go through with you all step by step. All right, especially I understand that there are many beginners as to the learning of feng shui, so I will not rush today's session. I will build up your knowledge step by step. Okay, but as I have mentioned earlier on, feng shui is very important. Feng shui will help us or will either build us up or break us completely. All right. People who are successful when they are able to find a house that is suitable for them in terms of feng shui, their luck will further increase. Whereas people who are having a bad luck, right? Who are having a negative major destiny trend or a yearly trend, when they entered into a negative feng shui house, all right, it will make things worse for them. Okay, and if you are going through bad luck, and if you are able to modify your house feng shui in a positive way, all right, it will help you to transform the negative energy into positive energy, thus boosting your luck. Whereas people who are lucky but they find a house that is bad in feng shui, in that way it will actually cause them to experience problems also. Okay, because as I mentioned earlier on,一命二运三风水，四子应得五读书，六名七上八精神，九窍贵人十养生。好，the first factor that influence our life is our destiny. Secondly is our fate or our decade trend or major destiny trends. All right. Thirdly is feng shui already. Hello, Angie. So thank you very much for watching, and Aries also thank you very much for watching. And the rest of the factors that influence our destiny will include the accumulation of merits, studying, the names that we have. Uh, the seventh factor is our appearance or our demeanor or how we relate to the external world. All right. 七上八 8 is the worshipping or the respecting of the deities or the gods, okay, which is also important in terms of as one of the major factors that will influence our life. All right. 八精神九交贵人 Number nine, the number nine factors that will influence our life very much is the people we know. All right, people who we know, who we associate with, who we spend time with. All right, usually will cause us the greatest influence. All right，就是呢，跟诸者此，跟这个叫什么？跟居者且近墨者黑啊，就是呢，华语有一句话就是说，跟住者扯，近朱者赤，近墨者黑哦。所以呢，我们跟谁交往，跟谁在一起，甚至我们跟谁结婚哈、都会影响我们一辈子的，都会影响我们一个人生，有一个很大的影响哈。然后呢，所以我们真的要好好选，我们要跟谁在一起，跟哪一些人做朋友，或者跟那一些人做同事啊，或者呢，甚至你找老师或者找一个师傅去跟他学习什么东西，也需要找到一个好的老师，那你才会呢有一个好的结果了，就是那么简单哈。所以呢，人生嘛，其实呢，我们把这10个 factors 呢搞好了。我们人生呢，不管天生出来呢，你的人生有多坏，只要我们把风水搞好，积好阴德，然后呢读好书，然后呢改一个好的名字然后呢霸精神六名气象，然后呢把自己的那个外表呢打扮的比较干净，比较整齐哈，不会呢给人家看到呢就吓倒了这样跑掉呢。那始终呢，你都会怎么说呢？都会有一个好的受人家欢迎的一个情况嘛出现嘛，对不对？然后呢八精神，然后呢，我们常常都要注意一件事情，就是呢，善者头上有神灵，just 3 feet above our head, there actually are the deities or gods. Okay, so right, we always assume that, or we always think that human are the only beings that control the our universe. All right, but according to many religious beliefs, right, humans are just one kind of beings. All right, in this universe. There are other beings that are more intelligent than us or more powerful than us that are around us. We may not be able to sense them, all right? But just like insects, right? Like small ants, they may not understand what is a human being, all right? They may not understand what is a human being because their mind is too small to comprehend what is religious figures or gods or like divine beings, all right? But they do exist, and they when we respect them and we we pray to them or we kind of obey their teachings, right? It will bring about positive effects for our lives. Okay. Thank you very much, Mary Day, for watching. Yeah. So it is also another very important factor for our life. That's the reason why, in terms of feng shui setting, how we arrange the altar, the place whereby we worship the gods or the Buddha or other divine beings are also very important in terms of 风水。好像在一个家里面嘛，你在什么地方放那个神位啊？怎么样供奉你的那些神啊，或者呢佛啊，或者菩萨啊，这些东西呢，都是有一个讲究的，也是需要好好的去安排的，那才能够借助神或者呢借助一些比较好的一些灵界的能量来帮助你改变你的运气啊。然后呢九教贵人呢，就是呢我们怎么样跟谁相处，然后呢要去认识谁我们呢，其实呢，人生嘛，坦白说，88%的人生的结果呢，都是因为你认识了对的人如果呢，你认识了错的人呢，很多时候人生很多很大的问题都是因为人际关系而发生的坦白说，你踏进去了一个好的婚姻，当然会给你一个很大的幸福或者呢，给你一个有一个伴侣陪伴着你白头到老。那是一件好的事情可是呢，你找到一个伴侣呢，他不止背叛你，而且也伤害你，让你破财，然后呢，也让你呢，可能甚至暴力对待你虐待你那就是一件很痛苦的事情了。所以呢，有句话说就是呢，爱情呢，不是天台就是地狱。Love either brings you to heaven or brings you to hell. All right. Thus, who we marry is also very important. And in terms of feng shui, right, how we set up a room for husband and wife, all right, is also there are theories behind as to how to find the best way to configure a house for the husband and wife to, for example, to prevent third party intrusion, to make sure that the marriage is harmonious and non-lasting. OK， 风水里面都有这些我们看风水呢，就能够看那个屋子是要如何配搭用什么颜色，在什么方位做那个主人房，给那个那个丈夫跟妻子呢一起睡，一起呢在那边做那个生活的那个空间才会呢让那个婚姻产生一个美好的一个结果了。所以呢不止朋友了，婚姻也是很重要。然后到最后呢，食养生就是身体健康咯。其实风水嘛，对于身体健康是有一个很快的一个很快很明显的一个效果的坦白说in terms of 风水it will definitely affect our health. When a house feng shui, right, is wrongly configured, or you are placing the head of your bed or the important photos, like family photos, at the wrong direction or the wrong corner of the house, right, it may either bring about positive effects or negative effects for the occupants. Alright， 就是呢，你的家里面的照片家人的照片你的头睡在向着哪一个方向睡头上有没有东西压着你有没有横梁压顶或者呢，你呼吸的时候呢，有没有吸到很多细菌好像有些人很喜欢睡在地板上的，其实睡在地板上并不是一件很好的风水，因为地板很多尘很多细菌。所以呢，我们呢很多风水我们看风水的时候都建议人家有一个床比较高的然后呢才离开那种肮脏的东西。所以呢，在风水里面嘛，长话短说，有很多 factors 呢都会影响我们人生很多很多的事情的。所以呢，今天就会跟大家慢慢的去分享了，好不好？所以呢，今天的 live 呢可能会比较长一点点可是呢，都是一些很有用的一些很有用的一些知识啦然后呢，如果呢你们听到的话呢也会呢对自己的人生呢有一个好的一个影响，或者好的一个怎么说呢，有好的一个一个influence 啦一个 positive 的 influence 啦 OK。 所以呢，说一下嘛，风水是什么东西哈？我慢慢跟你们讲解风水到底是什么东西哈。用最基本的一个角度来看啊，风水是什么东西啊？其实呢，风水并不是你们想象的那么深奥的哈。风水 is not as mysterious as many of us thought. All right, and then you always have to right, go ask other people to help you to you know analyze your house feng shui, but actually you can do it yourself at home, right? If you have learned the right theories and the right kind of knowledge, all right, in terms of feng shui reading. Okay, so I will slowly introduce you what is feng shui. All right, feng shui actually, right, in Chinese basically represents the wind and water. What is wind and water? Basically, is the airflow and humidity. All right, airflow and humidity. All right, and feng shui can also be called geomancy. All right, if feng shui can also be called geomancy. It is an ancient practice that uses amulets, charms, and complex compasses to coordinate the interactions of people, their living spaces, and the natural environment. 就是呢，风水呢，我们呢都会需要用那个罗根呐、那个罗根去看的哦。那个罗根就是呢，告诉你那个方位啊。The 罗根which is called the compass, the Chinese compass, right? The 风水 compass, right? Will tell you all the directions and all the elements that are that direction is consisting of. Okay, for example, the south is consists of fire. All right, give you a simple background. All right, the north consists of water, the west consists of metal, and the east consists of wood. All right, it's just a simple example. Okay, and not to scare you. All right, with complex or complicated theories first. Okay, just to let you have a background knowledge of what is feng shui. Okay, so feng shui, right, regulates two dimensions of the environment. That is the spatial, the physical configuration of the land, and the temporal, determining the most favorable time to build. For example, 就是呢，风水里面呢，我们有峦头风水。峦头风水呢是看那个 spatial environment 的 ，OK？ 峦头风水 is to analyze the spatial or the physical configuration of the land, the house, how you place your furniture, how you place your window, how you do that interior design for your living room, for example。好像那风水我们很讲那个明堂嘛，好，明堂是最聚气的地方，好，的明堂which is often called the living room, is where we kind of store the qi energy, the qi energy, especially of the wealth qi, which is the wealth energy. All right. That's right. Most of the time, it is best to have a living room that is clean and tidy, and with a center area that is empty for qi to be accumulated. For example, okay. Just give you a simple illustration. All right, and then there is another school of feng shui which is called temporal feng shui, or in Chinese called 理气风水。理气风水呢需要看到呢那个方位，需要看到你搬进去住的那个时间，你在那个建筑的时候啊。那个动土的时间和 all these must be taken into consideration. In terms of temporal feng shui, you have to take into consideration of the timing of the breaking of the ground for renovation, for instance, and when you move into the house, and taking into the yearly flying stars, okay, for instance, into consideration. All right, that is temporal feng shui. For instance, in this year 2022, the two black unit star is at the southwest. Okay, therefore, in the southwest, it is not recommended for anyone to carry out any form of renovation. Another area that is having problem is the center area of the house, which is where the five yellow star is. It is another negative star that will lead to legal problems, interpersonal problems, and stuff like that. Okay, so all these, right, both spatial feng shui and the temporal feng shui will all need to be taken into consideration if you are going to analyze a house feng shui. All right, we cannot declare either school. All right, but in Singapore, a lot of feng shui master will only focus on the spatial feng shui. All right, because in terms of spatial feng shui, right? All right, it is important, but I will say, right, temporal feng shui actually will influence the house about 70%, whereas the spatial feng shui will only influence the house about 30%. Okay, so from what I have witnessed, right, the modification that is needed to be done, right, actually that will change the house for the better. It will fall into the temporal feng shui. All right, and that is something that requires calculation, both right, taking into the birth chart of the occupants into consideration, the flying star for the year into consideration, the direction of the main door of the house into consideration, etc., etc. All right, all this must be taken into careful consideration if you want to really change and modify the house for the better. Okay. According to these principles, humans change the environment when they build habitation sites, okay, with a potential to alter the flow of beneficial energy or qi in a positive or negative way. All right, qi is a form of invisible energy. All of us will experience qi, although we cannot sense it, we cannot smell it, we cannot touch it, but qi is all around us. Okay, and actually there is some kind of in terms of the oral photography, right, now has already been invented. All right, and a scientist is able to take a picture of a person and then analyze a person's aura. That is something like chi. Okay, all of us has this chi around surrounding our body, and our environment also has a form of chi. Okay, although we can't touch it, we can't see it, we can't smell it, we cannot listen to it, but qi is all around us. Okay, so feng shui is all about, right, allowing the best qi to flow freely. Okay, but not too rapidly. Okay, 在命理里面呢，从来都有一个理论，就是中庸之道。中庸之道，everything has to follow the middle path. All right, not to the extreme. All right, it's just like the you know how Buddha achieved Buddhahood, right? The Buddha Bodhisattva. I mean 释迦牟尼佛呢，他成佛呢，是因为他也是跟着一个中庸之道才能成佛啊。好，所以呢，中庸之道是很重要。他以前呢就很辛苦，让自己受很多苦嘛。释迦牟尼佛受很多苦，然后呢，他才了解受苦并不是那个悟道的一个途径哦。然后呢，他就开始呢让自己吃多一点有营养的东西啊，然后呢就是呢他坐在那个菩提树下才能够了解呢那个人生的那个佛教的里面的那个大道理啊，对不对？所以中庸之道很重要。It is very important to follow the middle path. Even in terms of 八字 reading, to follow the middle path is also a core concept in 八字 reading. It's like, right, all the day master that you see in 八字, right? One of the most important concept we have to strive to achieve is the balance of the day master. All right, without a balanced day master, except for the extreme cases of the 庄万格 or the 重格, you will not have a positive life chart. Okay, so it is always important to allow the best chi to flow freely within the house in a but not too rapidly. Okay, not too rapidly. 所以呢，家是用来聚气的。Okay, the house is for storing positive energy. Okay, a very simple but very truthful feng shui concept. Okay, that's the reason why I always advise people to throw away anything that is dirty, anything that is unwanted within the house. Okay, because the house is meant for storing good and positive energy. All right, so let me take a look at the comments. Singapore nowadays flag facing and not flags nearby living room can see opposite nearby label living room. Is it a bad feng shui? Yes, definitely it's a bad feng shui. OK，Miss Maka 还有另外一件事情哦，就是现在新加坡的屋主呢，很喜欢落地窗。其实落地窗呢，太过整个窗口落地那种很透明啊，让整个家很多透明呢，是不好，聚气不好的哦。 尤其是聚财是聚那个财气是不好的，所以你也发现呢，新一代的新加坡人很难存到钱，很多新加坡的年轻人呢也存不到钱买屋子，也存不到钱起家养家或者有小孩啊，这也是因为新加坡现在的房子呢越来越糟糕了，不止越来越小间，而且呢很多都放那种那个落地窗。All right. In terms of the feng shui of the modern houses in Singapore, right, a lot of houses are actually having that kind of full window. All right, from the top to the bottom, they have the window. All right, and that is actually not a positive sign in terms of feng shui. All right, it is not a positive sign for the storing of chi energy, especially the wealth chi energy. All right, and that's the reason why, right, you observe that many Singapore the younger generation is not able to afford buying their own house, and also cannot set up their own family and having their own children. The reason is because, right, the new house that they have, right, are all very small and very cramped, not able to store wealth energy, positive energy, and the windows are all getting bigger and bigger. All right, having all right, just like just now we mentioned this, right? Qi is supposed to flow freely, but not too rapidly. When you have windows that are too open too big, right? The qi energy will not be able to stay. All right, so it is not a positive thing. If you know, I know it's very trendy. A lot of new generation, right? The youngsters, they like to find a house or condo that is having the full window. All right, then everyone can see what you're doing inside the house also. All right, so to answer Miss Maka's question, right? Yeah, that's not a positive feng shui. All right, that's not a positive feng shui. Yeah, even if you close the window, all right, you still must put a curtain, all right, because right in terms of feng shui, right, something that we must take into consideration is our consciousness also. Our consciousness is actually part of feng shui. If you are able to see outside or others are able to see inside of the house so clearly, right, all these are actually not good feng shui because all your consciousness energy are interacting and being dispersed into outer environment, and the external environment, the energy, right, it's not a positive energy when you have someone looking right into your window observing everything that you are doing. That's very much like a prison. Only okay, only within a prison cell, then you will have someone looking into your cell, right, and observe, everything that you are doing. Okay, so it's not a good or positive feng shui. All right. So today I will try to make this feng shui lesson as simple as possible. Hopefully, all of you will be able to understand. Okay. So the placement of earth, right, or hills, 就是 sun and water, or 就是水啦 the streams was seen as especially crucial 所以呢，我们呢就是风水会看那个山，尤其是以前那些风水师啊，因为以前的人都住在很大的地嘛，很大的地，不像现在我们全部都住在一个好像 pigeon hole 里面了所以呢，以前他们不只看那个屋子，也看那个 external environment 的真正的风水师是要看那个 external environment 也是。All right. So Feng Shui is a special Chinese tradition in architecture. Usually links the whole process from site selection, designing, construction, and interior and exterior decorating in ancient times. All right. 所以呢，你看以前嘛，古代的那种皇宫都是有一个风水师好好的去建那个宫殿啊，要上什么位置啊，什么方向都很讲究的，好像以前的皇宫嘛。西北方永远都是皇帝坐的地方，或者皇帝生活的地方，因为西北方就是乾卦In terms of the ancient time, right, the northwest is always where the emperor will stay and live and to carry out his daily activities. All right, because the northwest corner or the direction is where it is called 乾卦. Qian represents the male figure, the senior male figure of the house. All right. Okay, so Feng actually represents wind and and Shui is water. All right, simple as that. Feng Shui combines the trinity of the heaven, the earth, and humans and seeks harmony between selected side, orienting natural doctrine and human faith 就是呢那个天地人呢三个重要，就是我们宇宙里面最重要的三件事情就是什么？就是天地人Heaven, Earth, and humans are the three most important things. Okay, in terms of astrological reading. All right, and the balancing of the heaven energy, the earth energy, and the human's energy will bring about positive outcome for humans' life. Okay, it's simple as that. Okay, it repulses human destruction of nature and stresses cohabitation with the environment. Cohabitation with the environment, which is regarded as perfect and occurred. 所以呢，其实风水呢也是讲究一个和谐的一个关系坦白说，你看现在中国嘛，虽然说他们的经济很好，可是他们一边发展真经济一边在破坏那个环境的In terms of China, right? Although the economy is doing very well, but there is too much pollution destroying the environment, and then a lot of a lot of natural sites are being cut down, and the air pollution is causing a lot of people to have health issues. All right, so right, despite the economic progress in China, it is not having a lot of positive feng shui. It destroys a lot of good feng shui. All right, that's the reason why, right? You see, right, even nowadays, China is still facing a lot of problems, despite having so much money. Okay, especially in terms of the livelihood of the people. All right, therefore, right, feng shui is actually an art of balancing both the environment and the human. All right, when our mother earth, right, when our mother earth is not well, there's no way that we as humans will be okay. That's the reason it is why is it so important for us to you know take into major consideration the importance of going green. The climate change, all these are real. Okay, just observe the weather now. All right, so many places are having very erratic weather. That is because of climate change, and climate change is very real. It is not a joke. Okay, it is not a scam. Climate change is real. Okay, just look at Bangkok. All right, the heavy flooding that is going on right now. All right, in the past it's not so heavy. Even in Chiang Mai nowadays. All right, I was there just a few weeks ago. The flooding was so bad that sometimes car cannot pass through the roads. Okay, so all of us must learn to be green and preserve our environment. All right, it is very important. We are part of the Mother Earth. All right, we are part of the Mother Earth. If the Mother Earth die, we will also die together. Okay. So in China, a feng shui practitioner or diviner, they call it 就是风水师啦, usually applies theory as yin yang. Okay, yin yang is the yin and yang. Okay, you all know. All right. 时辰 and means our time of birth. For example, 五行, which is the five elements, and 八卦, which is the eight trigrams. Okay, based on the principle of the heaven and the earth in harmony to select an optimum place for accommodation. All right, so all these ancient wisdom are already teaching us. All right, we must achieve a balance with the environment. That means loving our environment, loving the Mother Earth, and try to find the best try to have the best house for ourselves first by loving the environment. Okay, so we all must learn this point. Okay, to love our Mother Earth. Okay, qi, deemed as the basic element of the physical world in ancient Chinese philosophy, is the essence of 风水。OK， 就是刚才说到的气啦，气我们看不到摸不到，可是我们整个宇宙都是气。All right, qi is everywhere around us, even though we can't observe. All right, the art of 风水 advocates there is a certain sort of like magnetic field, termed as qi field. An auspicious qi field is what feng shui practitioners seek, while an evil one is what they strive to avoid. OK， 就说呢，一个风水地方有邪气的，我们就要避开了。什么叫做邪气？好像你的屋子嘛，就在一个庙前面也不是一个很好的风水庙前庙后多寡妇或者呢庙前庙后呢多寡妇很多呢住在佛庙面前或者后面的那种呢屋子里面呢， 那些妇女嘛，通常老公都会去世或者跑不见了，然后呢离家出走了，很多的那种风水都是这样子啊。我看过很多的屋子，庙前庙后多寡妇，这个很准的啊。就是呢，you should not have your house placed in front or behind a temple. Usually, houses that are placed in front or behind of the temple, right? The husband of the house will pass away, or they will run away or disappear somehow. Okay, so right, feng shui basically is to avoid the evil energy and to seek after the positive energy. All right, so there are five elements. Okay, these are different from the five elements of 八字. All right, in terms of feng shui, right, the five elements are the 龙就是呢那个龙脉的龙哈这样子的哈，然后呢就是血那个地方的血一个大个地方有不同的血然后呢就是有山还有呢还有水，还有那个方向，就是呢 the orientation of the house or a piece of property. Okay, so we always avoid the evil qi and gain auspicious qi in terms of feng shui. In order to keep qi of the heaven and the earth in harmony in the construction of a new structure, earth vein should not be spoiled. 就是呢，我们在建一个风水的建议这个屋子的时候嘛，不要破坏大环境不要破坏那个好那个在那个外在环境的那个大环境的那个龙脉就是这样简单的好像打个比嘛香港嘛香港嘛以前有一个传说，就是说呢，当一只大大的乌龟嘛在那个维多利亚港那边嘛上来的时候呢，香港就要沉没了。OK, there was a legend or folklore. Okay, there was a folklore in Hong Kong, right? That legend, right, or that story, the folklore said that, right, once there is a big tortoise, a gigantic tortoise, landing onto the shore of the Victoria Harbour, then Hong Kong will be no more. All right. If you go and observe Hong Kong, right, there's this exhibition center at the Victoria Harbour that was built in the year 1997. All right. And right after the building of the that exhibition hall, right, Hong Kong was handed over to China. And then, right, if you look at the news, okay, you go and look at the news, all right. After 1997 until now, Hong Kong has never had a good year. All right, never had a good year. Okay, so let me take a look at the comments. Yeah, so I believe I've answered Miss Maka's question. Yeah, even closing window is it won't help much. All right, the best is to have a window that maybe is just halfway. Okay, if high floor can't see temple when looking out window, will it affect? You mean cannot see or can see? If it is too far away, then it is not going to affect your house too much. If it is right in front of you, right? Because right like I observe right some HDB flat, right? Some HDB flat is built right next to the temple, and when you open the window, right, you can see the temple. 好像大巴窑的那种山林寺那种佛庙那种道教的庙或者那个呢就是呢你一打开那个 HDB 嘛，你一打开那个窗口就能够看到那个佛庙了所以那种呢是很不好的风水来的如果你是在30楼，那是比较 OK 比较 OK， 就是越远越好了因为佛庙都是神还有一些灵界的东西进进出出的地方，进进出出，但是就是灵界的地方嘛是不适合人住的那种地方是给灵魂灵界的一些神或者一些一些鬼魂他们一个聚集的一个地方，所以我们家呢是不适合住靠近庙的 OK, all right, okay, so let's continue. The best orientation is building is facing a river or a lake in the south and back against a hill in the north. Okay, that is a very kind of traditional 风水 belief. Okay, 就是一个坐北向南的一个方向，就会东暖下凉 because right the sun will not be able to become too hot, right, if you are facing the south, all right, during the summer. and the winter will not be too cold also if you are having a facing of a sitting north and facing south, all right, during ancient time. It is such a belief, all right, but it is not necessarily true in modern context, all right. It is not necessarily true in modern context, okay, because in modern context, right, a lot of us stay in a condo, stay in an apartment, which really has a different way of requires a different way of analysis, okay. So so I will continue, all right, to explain to you the really easy to understand concepts of feng shui, okay. So Feng Shui is an ancient art and science developed over 3,000 years ago in China, all right? So it's not something that is developed yesterday, all right? Some of the things that we developed just yesterday or like a decade ago, we believe it so much, all right? Well, Feng Shui, right, has been around for more than 3,000 years, all right? Okay, if Feng Shui is not useful, why will people pass it down for 3,000 more than 3,000 years? Because Feng Shui is really useful. Thus, people pass down generation after generation the knowledge of Feng Shui. And Feng Shui is a complex body of system that reveals how to balance the energies of any given space to ensure that the health, assure the health and good fortune for people inhabiting it. Right? In Chinese culture, wind and water are associated with good health. Thus, good Feng Shui came to mean good fortune, while bad Feng Shui means bad luck or misfortune. All right, all these are very self-explanatory, so I will just read through for you. All right, Feng Shui is based on the Taoist vision and understanding of nature, particularly on the idea that the land is alive and filled with qi or energy. The ancient Chinese believed that the land's energy could either make or break the kingdom. Alright，就是说以前古代的人呢，对风水是很讲究的。如果风水不好呢，其实会影响一个国家的一个运气的。好，就好像我刚才说了，现在中国嘛，虽然很有钱，可是风水全部都搞乱了啊，空气污染很严重，很多树也被砍了，所以呢，现在中国嘛，虽然很多人很有钱，可是很多人的新生活还是会很多人很有问题的哈。So the theories of Yin Yang Nan as well as the five Feng Shui elements are some of the basic aspects of a Feng Shui analysis that come from Taoism. OK， 所以呢，道教呢那个风水呢，就是其实是很配合那个大自然的一个情况而创造出来的。All right, Feng Shui is the art of placing objects and arranging space in a way that harmony and a balance of the elements can be attained in that particular environment. All right, Feng Shui is an ancient Chinese system of aesthetic belief. Okay, let me read again. Feng Shui is an ancient Chinese system of aesthetics believed to use the laws of both heaven, astronomy, and the earth, geography, to help one improve life by receiving positive qi. Okay, that's the reason we have to analyze things such as the temporal feng shui, such as the mansions feng shui, which I will touch on very soon. Okay, which I will touch on very soon after laying this foundation for you all to understand. Okay, and the flying star feng shui, which is called Shen Gong flying star feng shui. All right, all these are temporal feng shui, which will take into qi into consideration, especially qi from the sky, from the heaven, or astronomy. Okay, qi emitted from the planets. Okay, so to speak. Historically, feng shui was widely used to orient buildings, often spiritually significant structures, such as tombs, but also dwellings and other structures in an auspicious manner. 这个是讲呢，其实呢，我们以前呢是很讲究那个阴宅风水的。什么叫做阴宅风水呢？就是我们以前嘛，很注重我们的祖先那个坟墓葬在哪里的。好，坦白说，好像那个坟墓嘛，有没有那个青龙白虎那个还有玄武巨阙、朱雀这些等等这些位那个风水师都需要看，然后好好撞那个我们去世的那个祖先，可能是你的爷爷你的奶奶或者呢你的父亲，这些都是很重要的。也是因为呢，为什么现在新加坡的很多人呢都没有 没有储蓄啊，不够钱生活，也是因为阴宅风水被破坏了。现在新加坡是流行什么事情？就是把那个骨灰啊随便丢在一个 garden 里面哦，还有呢什么可能丢在海里面啊也好啊，或者不懂去到什么地方就那个风吹过来，他就丢在那个风让它吹散了啊。所以呢，很多新加坡现在的人呢都不注重那个阴宅风水。有一句话呢我们常常都说叫做阴安阳乐哈、阴安阳乐就是呢你的那个祖先嘛，那个阴就是阴宅啊，那个阴宅风水要搞好，你的那个还活着的人才会生活的好啊，那是有道理的。因为呢，我们的那个血啊，我们的那个 DNA 啊，是从我们祖先来的，他那个骨灰嘛，其实跟我们的人体是有一个 link 的，是有一个磁场在那个有一个关联系，有一个联系的哈。所以呢，我们祖先那个骨灰啊，或者他的尸体啊，撞的那个尸体，他们收到的气，跟我们自己那个灵体那个气哦，其实是有关联的。如果他们撞在一个不好的地方，我们的子孙，我们自己也会受到不好的风水的影响。All right, because in terms of the universe, especially in terms of our body and our ancestors' body, we are all linked. All right, both biologically and spiritually. And if your ancestors are not buried in a proper place with good feng shui, then you will also be affected because we are spiritually linked to our ancestors. Okay, that's the reason why, right? In terms of the modern society, like especially like Singapore, a lot of youths, right, are not able to have enough saving. They have struggled finding the right career choice. They have problems, right? Even after graduating from university, they are not able to find a job that will allow them to have the reasonable um, salary to give them a reasonable standard of living. Many of the young people nowadays cannot buy their own house, cannot have money to have children, in Singapore. One of the factors, right, in terms of the feng shui perspective, is because a lot of people right nowadays, right, are having the ancestors burial site being dig out and relocated, or some of the people choose to scatter the bone ash right into the sea, into the garden, into the air. I don't know what you have, right? A lot of different choices nowadays, all right? And all these are actually not positive, all right, in terms of feng shui. Hello, 贾恩，谢谢你的观看。All these are actually not positive in terms of 风水 all right? 所以呢，以后你们嘛，如果你们以后嘛，好像父母嘛或者祖父祖母去世了，最好也是好好的，真的真的这个你今天什么东西都可以忘记，可是这一句话你不要忘记你父母跟你祖父祖母的那些骨灰啊，或者他的那个坟墓啊，一定要找到一个好风水的地方去埋葬它，不是的话会影响你们很严重的，告诉你。当时候呢，我在香港移民来新加坡嘛，发生什么事呢？就是呢，家里面那个我爷爷的骨灰嘛，放在家里面，没有人打扫，没有人照顾。然后呢，我来了新加坡嘛，我就生了一场大病了差点死掉，差点死掉然后呢，我父母亲呢也是呢面对了很多问题啦，那时候也是面对了很多问题啦然后呢，我们那时候才发觉呢，原来我们把祖父的那个骨灰放在家里面，没有人照顾，没有人打扫，所以呢，家里面发生很多问题。然后呢，之后呢，我把他们的骨灰呢，就是我跟我父母啦，就找一个好的风水地呢，把他的骨灰安好了，那就呢一切以后呢，就问题都解决了，我身体健康也好起来所以呢，就是一定要搞好你的阴宅风水，就是你的祖父祖母你父亲母亲的那个坟墓那个位那cremate how就是你是说烧了对不对？也是要找一个好的地方装那个骨灰，放那个骨灰。 去供奉它哦。然后呢，这个呢，只要阴安呢，阳就乐了哈。As long as your ancestors, right, their graves or their bone ash, right, are being placed properly, right, then the subsequent generations will be good, all right, will be able to enjoy a better uh, positive chi, all right, from the ancestors, okay, yeah, because SG, I mean Singapore has limited places, right? That's the same as Hong Kong, all right? That's the same as Hong Kong. That's also the reason why, right? Hong Kong, right? Nowadays, the youth in Hong Kong are also all thinking of migrating to other places, all right? It's also one of the reasons because a lot of their ancestors' graves have been dig out and then they anyhow relocate all these graves, all right. And you see the current generation of Hong Kongers in Hong Kong are not happy, right. A lot of them, they have problems in their families, they cannot find a place to stay, they experience political persecutions for etc, okay, all right. So I have to cut, okay, have to move on. There are still many things to talk about, okay. So in feng shui, okay, that was dating feng shui. Okay, let me read again. All right, one when I rush, right, I 我的舌头会打结. Okay, 所以我慢慢来说. Okay, feng shui is an ancient Chinese practice dating back over 7,000 years, right? That literally translated means wind and water. Usually primarily in used primarily in architecture, landscaping, and interior decorating, operating on the belief that all things, both living and inanimate, have a chi or energy force that flows through it. Most Chinese interior design principles are based on feng shui or the ancient tradition of arrangement of space to create a harmonious environment. All right. So all these are just background feng shui or knowledge. Okay, for the beginners. All right. And slowly we will go into the deeper knowledge already. Okay. So it is believed that the adjusting of the energy of the home through feng shui pros- can promote health, prosperity, success, and love. Okay, just I have mentioned earlier on. Manipulating our, okay, sorry, manipulating our outer world is often an effective way of changing our inner self. Okay, 很奇怪的，你改变了自己的风水，家里的风水嘛，你的心你的心情、你的想法也会有一个改变的。坦白说因为呢，我们的思想嘛，我们的那个脑电波嘛，也是被我们的风水影响的是这个是真正的事情。All right, when you change your 风水, right, your brain wave will also change accordingly, causing you to behave in a more positive manner, to think in a more positive manner, thus bringing about positive outcomes. Okay, it is very strange, but it is real. All right, if you go and shift your, for example, right, if you look at a house that is very untidy, very messy, of course it will affect your brainwave and cause you to be, unable to have a peace of mind. All right, if your house is tidy, is clean, and all the furnitures are placed in the right arrangement, of course it will also give you a better peace of mind, a better sense of clarity, and then that will lead to better behavior, decision making, and better outcome or better achievements in your life. Okay, the success of feng shui depends on one's intention and constant attention. That's why I mentioned even our conscious energy is part of feng shui. Our conscious energy is part of feng shui. So whatever, right, whatever food or that kind of talisman that you see within your house or the altar where you worship your Buddha, your gods, or your deities, all these will affect your consciousness, your brainwave, and all these are actually part of feng shui makeup. Okay, so all this, whatever that will affect us in an intellectual or psychological level, is also part of feng shui. All right, one has to forget negative beliefs, and this will help to help in overcoming the obstacle that. Okay, sorry, my tongue sometimes tight. Okay, when I read too fast. Okay, one has to forget negative beliefs, and this will help in overcoming the obstacles that are preventing positive things from happening. All right, 我们呢把 家里面不好的东西呢都丢掉哦，然后呢把不好的摆设把不好的 furniture 都丢掉，好，有时候呢也是会影响我们人生的一个看法哈。哦，你常常把不好的东西，好像打个比喻一个破旧的一个柜子哦，常常放在一个然后呢，你的钱就全部都放在一个破旧的又烂的一个钱箱里面，那你怎么不会破财呢？因为它常常都会给你一个 subliminal message 哦，你看到那个破财的钱箱，你也很奇怪的会很容易破财的，就是这样子所以我们呢，把不要的东西丢掉，我把不好的东西丢掉，也是因为我们要避免有一个 negative beliefs 有一个 negative beliefs or the kind of subliminal message, okay, from negative 风水。All right. In 风水, it is important to harness positive energy and allow it to flow freely. Okay. So just now I mentioned the 八卦. So this is the 八卦, whereby within each direction, there is actually different kinds of 卦. All right. 好像就是西北方 okay, in the northwest, we have the 乾卦. All right. In the south, we have the 离卦. All right. For instance. Okay. And all these different directions will represent different family members also. Okay. As I have mentioned before, all these gua, right, actually will represent the, for example, the mother of the house, the father of the house. For instance, all right, southwest actually represents the father. All right, and south. Okay, let me repeat again. Okay, sorry, let me repeat again. Northwest will actually represents the father. Southwest represents the mother. Okay, northeast actually represents right the younger son, whereas west represents the younger daughter. The north actually represents the middle son. The south will represent the middle daughter. The east will represent the eldest son, whereas the east will represent the eldest daughter. Okay, so right, it's very coincident. It's not coincident. Okay, wherever right, for example, okay, that time one of my students told me that her cousin, all right, has some kind of suicidal thoughts and will kind of have self-harm behavior. When I checked with the father of I asked the father of this her cousin, right? In fact, the the cousin right of my student. Okay, we just call her name. Okay, her name is Christina. Okay, Christina. Christina has suicidal thoughts, and Christina has self harm behavior. For example, she'll take the blade and cut her own wrist. Okay, every day. All right, and she is the eldest. She's the eldest daughter of the house. And the time, right, I have a consultation with this client, all right, and the father actually told me, right, at the southeast of the house, right, actually is where the storeroom is and where all the rubbish of the house, all the unwanted items of the house, right, all the spoiled electronics are all placed at the southeast of the house, and that southeast actually represents the eldest daughter, and that's also very coherent, all right. Sometimes, right, without looking at someone's body chart or the date and time of birth of a person, just by looking at the floor plan or the house layout or the decoration of the house of a client, you will be able to tell which member of the house, right, which member of the family have problems already. Okay, this is very has been observed time and again to be very accurate. Okay, so this is something that you all can check with your own house also. Okay, for example, you go and identify which direction is where you place your rubbish bin, or which direction is where you are placing uh, your kind of the storeroom, or where which direction is where your toilet is. Okay, all these are negative areas of the house, and if it is falling within certain direction, it will affect certain members of the family. Okay, this has been very accurate. All right. So let me take a look at Mary Day's question. Sifu ashes can be made into diamond. I have no idea about that, because I know there are a lot of strange things that a lot of strange things that are happening now in the after death industry. Okay. Some people take the bone ash and turn it into diamond. Some people throw the bone ash into the sea. Now the government also have a garden for people to throw the ash into the soil. Then at the same time they plant the trees there. All right, but I won't recommend. All right, doing strange thing that doing strange things to all these things. Okay, just like, do you want your own body to be turned into a form of body decoration? Okay, let me ask you, Mary Day. If after you die and you become a spirit, all right, do you want your body to be thrown into the sea? Okay, your bone ash is actually part of your body. Okay, and your this bone ash, right, actually carries with it your ancestors chi energy also. All right, means, right, your bone ash is not just yourself, it's also your family. All right, do you want you and your family to be thrown into the sea, to be eaten by some fish? All right, or uh, being placed into the soil, then become to be mixed with some kind of fertilizer to grow flowers? All right. Okay, so I let you all think about all these things. Okay, think about all these things. All right, so do you want your bone ashes to be made into the diamond, then someone will be able to carry with the diamond, then one day you don't know where you put your diamond, you accidentally drop the diamond into the toilet bowl, then you flush it down the water and it's gone forever? Okay, do you want all these things to happen? I will say, right, I mean, for me personally, I won't want all these things to happen. Okay, so I will just follow the proper way of handling the bone ash. Find a good place with good feng shui, place the good bone ash there. Okay, allow the ancestors to have a peaceful place of rest. Okay, that's my suggestion. Okay, can you put bone ashes at home? I won't recommend it. All right, because, right, bone ashes actually carries with it spiritual energy. All right, and the home is like is the same thing as temple. Like, temple is a place for spirits to gather. All right, and bone ash actually carries with it the spiritual energy. Therefore, I won't recommend anyone to put the bone ash at home. That's also the reason why I won't recommend people to get that kind of yin Thai amulets that has bone ash. Okay, in terms of Thai amulets, right, there are two schools, all right, the Yang school and the Yin school, or the Barang school. The Baran school, right, will always encourage people, to have the bone ash of the people who died tragic death, or have the skull of the split of skull of people who die a tragic death, then carry it with you. It is not an auspicious feng shui, because you are bringing a kind of evil spirit with you all the time. All right, people who die tragic death are already 已经很够可怜了. They are pitiful enough to die a tragic death. Then you take their spirit and carries with you, all the time. Their negative energy, right, will affect you, or eventually. I have never seen someone eventually, right, or people who worship like things like Pakgang, or people who have that kind of inaminence, right? In the short term, they will be able to have some gains, all right. But in the long term, they are all very, very they will receive very terrible luck, all right. To be honest, all right. All the clients that I have witnessed, those who are facing bankruptcy, facing a lot of bank loans, facing betrayal in marriages, always have to change partners. Their wife leave them. All of them, right, are all worshiping that kind of yin amulet, or having that kind of yin amulets with them. Okay, honestly speaking, for the such a long history that I have witnessed. Okay, I have stayed in Thailand for more than 10 years, and I have heard a lot of stories. All right, some of them they eventually committed suicide. All these people are all who have kept the yin items. Those skulls of the people, the bone ashes. Okay, so don't go and touch them. All right, that's my very honest and genuine advice. My very sincere advice: don't touch in amulets if you don't know what you are doing. If you are an Ajahn who have more than 20 years of practice, who know how to communicate with spirits, who know how to, tame the spirit, how to cast spell to control the spirit, then it's all right. You go ahead, go and get all the bone ashes, you want to cultivate marriage for them, go ahead. But if you are just a beginner, you are just a customer, Then the dealer, MLS dealer, there are a lot of them in Singapore, right? Tell you, okay, after getting this, you will be able to, have a lot of girlfriends. You will become a billionaire overnight. But all these enamelers are made of bone ash, dead body parts. I will advise you to stop and turn 180 and walk out of the shop, okay? Because you don't know what you are getting into, all right? Don't be stupid, okay? Don't be stupid, all right? Just because the MLS dealers, right, they want to own your profit, they will definitely sell you, all right? Because there is demand, there will be supply. All right. But a lot of those dealers, they don't know what they are getting into also. All right. They are also accumulating a lot of negative karma. All right. So go and um, avoid, right? Avoid all that kind of bone ash amulets, that kind of yin amulets, what crops oil, that kind of stuff. Okay. It's not worth the attempt. It's not worth the attempt. Okay, don't say go and try out and see whether I will improve luck or not. All right, it's not worth it. All right, it will eventually buy you back. All right, it will definitely buy you back eventually. Okay, all right. So let's move on. Okay, let me take a look at Miss Maka's comment. Then where to put my mother next time? You can find a kind of some temple. There are good temples in Singapore. All right, find a good temple. They have the kind of spaces for the bone ash, and then I know that some temples they have periodically they will have monks chanting for the bone ash also, or the ancestors actually, the ancestors where the bone ash that belongs to the ancestors. Okay, go for the kind of temple, all right, to place the bone ash, or find a place with good feng shui and place your bone ash. Okay, in Malaysia, I'm not quite sure. All right, but in Malaysia, uh, I'm sure there are some kind of temple or some sites for burial also, and it will be good to move to go there and explore such options also. Okay, not that you don't really definitely have to have them buried in Singapore. It's not a must. Okay, and burying in Singapore is very expensive also. Okay, so it's not a must. Okay, to bury in Singapore. All right. So all right, so let's continue. Feng Shui in interiors. Okay, Feng Shui principles operate mainly around the openings in a room. All right, that's the reason why the main door of a house is very important. Okay, because right that is where the qi enters the living area. Doors that face high activity, roadways, and windows that look out onto a beautiful view are preferable. Okay, foyers should be brightly lit and completely free of clutter. OK，就是呢，我们门嘛，如果打开嘛，外面有漂亮的风景，当然也是一个好的风水啊。尤其是有一个巨气的一个海那个海呢有左青龙，有右白虎，然后有玄武抱着的一个海呢那就是一个很美的一个无敌的一个好的风水了那 fire should be brightly lit and completely free of clutter。好像呢走廊这些地方也不可以太多杂物。有一个很 common 的一个问题呢我们现代人呢都很犯的一个风水问题，就是不舍得丢东西。家里面走到哪里呢都有东西挡住你你在家里面要走路呢都有东西的挡住你了，你去到外面你也不会顺的坦白说。你要人生顺顺利利，就把家里面不要的东西全部丢掉不要挡着那个走廊不要挡着全部走路的地方这样呢，人生才会顺顺利利的Chi flows through the home like water through doors and windows, so it is imperative that these entrances are not blocked. OK， 所以呢，不要家里面前面呢又放了很多杂物尤其是新加坡很多客人不懂家里面没有位放了，就把全部的杂物放在家里面的外面那个门口那边，那也是不好的风水来的，挡住自己的家门口那是不好的风水来的。OK， right? Inauspicious or unlucky energy is called killing breath. OK， 就是一个煞气啦Lucky energy lies travel in a curved wandering pattern 也是代表了我们嘛。屋子嘛，常常最好不要门口跟 window 呢两个对冲的就是呢，你一打开门，
你一打开门嘛，这个我要说清楚哈，好像嘛，你不要呢，你的家门一打开的时候嘛，就呢看到前面就是窗口了，就是呢打开门啊，when you open your door right immediately at the other side of the house or of the interior of the house right it is window all right that kind of house will not be able to help you to accumulate or store the positive energy all right good feng shui is where there is curve and a wandering pattern 好像呢 if right your door all right when you enter the house and you open the door all right you see a big window so how can you solve this kind of problem you try to put a partition right blocking the direct flow of qi out of your house okay in that way there's a wandering pattern all right 就是呢你呢如果打开门呢直接看到窗嘛那个是不好的你要放一些东西好像一个 partition 嘛挡住不要让那个气直接进入你的家然后呢就直接呢在后面出去了哈那种风水呢很难聚财很难聚财所以呢这些是小东西一个风水的一些东西你们都需要去注意一下咯哈都需要去注意一下哈这些是风水里面一个大忌来的哈所以呢你看道角那个上移图永远都是一个圆形啊我们最怕风水最怕就是直我们不要太风水里面呢什么东西不要直冲直冲是不好的什么东西就一个圆形的这样过去呢那都比较好啊 so sharp corners all right okay let me show you the thing again I mean the info again all right so let me close this all right so sharp corners all right or okay let me okay the unlucky lines that create killing breath are straight and sharp pointed objects which are referred to as poison arrows 好家里面也不要放一些太过尖的东西 right don't put things that are too sharp within your own house another funny things that people like to do right in Singapore right they put swords like swords 那个大刀哈你懂什么吗那种我们有些人当作是古董或者什么啦摆设品they like to put that kind of sword into the house all right it is also not positive 风水 all right 武器呢在家里面放呢是不好了你那种大刀什么武器那种上节棍不要放在家里面家是一个和谐的地方 the house our house is a place for harmony not a house for fighting or a house for a place for battle all right so don't put weapons in the house okay don't put any pointed sharp objects within the house all right all these are called poison arrows all right poison arrows all right so go and remove all these sharp objects within the house all right some people I don't know why they like to put some kind of sharp decorations within the house all right and also right it's not advisable for you know 有时候我们放那个wardrobe 嘛那个 wardrobe 然后呢那个脚呢会对着你的床你的身体嘛也是不好的 OK 所以以后这些我会慢慢跟你们说了哈所以呢这些是基本的概念我们先学基本的概念 Alright so right too many okay sharp corners pointy roof angles all right even outside electrical poles or exposed overhead bins are all considered to be poisonous all right 就是呢有些人好像他们看去外面的时候嘛对面的那个 building 有一个尖角刹住有一个尖角刹好像一个鸡嘴这样或者呢你有很多那种 post 不懂新加坡有没有香港就有很多那种电视那种电视它有那个刺的那种然后呢对着那个窗口的有没有看过无间道那个无间道那个他们不是在那种我们叫做唐楼我们香港叫做唐楼那个唐楼他们常常呢在外面放很多那个电视机那种天线用刺做的然后呢他们就刺着很多不同的方向的那种东西呢在家里面看到也并不是说好的风水来的可是现在新加坡比较少看到了可是这些你们都需要注意不要看到尖的东西 right too many sharp angles are aggressive. Alright， 所以呢，你在外面呢，如果看到好像另外一个对面的一个 building 嘛，哦 if the building has some form of sharp corners or you know that kind of shape, right, pointing into your house is also not a positive feng shui. All right, so try to avoid that kind of houses. Okay, so let me continue to share with you the info. All right, so basically all these are basic info of feng shui also. All right, in terms of the elements, right, actually 八字 and feng shui are also related. So you will also find the water element, the wood element, metal, and earth and fire within feng shui. All right, but honestly speaking, all right, ultimately you have to judge, you have to analyze your birth chart together with the house floor plan and the entire layout to judge, all right, which element is suitable for you. All right, for people who lack water, okay, for example, right, they can leverage more on the lofted area of the house to put some kind of water boosting feng shui items there. Likewise for wood, wood is east, okay, wood is east, metal is west, earth is center, and fire is south. Okay, so right, but generally speaking, right, water will promote opportunities and wealth. Colors like blue and black, all right. 然后呢，在风水里面有一个很 general 的一个理论，就是见水为财啊，水为财啊，水为财啊。所以呢，水也是代表机会哈。Water will bring about wealth and opportunities. Okay, and wood is actually related to development, creative energies. Okay, so colors are mainly green. Okay, mainly green or wood brown. Okay, wood brown. All right. Okay. Okay. So just give me a moment. I receive a call. All right. So just give me a moment. Okay, so I will just answer a call. Okay, my mother is calling me. So give me a moment, all right? My mother is calling me. So this kind of call must answer one, all right? Okay. 喂，你係咪到啦？落嚟啊！你係咪到啦？而家？哦，好，你上咗車先話俾我知啦。OK 啦，好啦，唔該。OK。Yeah, so I just answer a call from my mother. Okay, all right. So sorry about that. Okay, so in terms of metal, it generates attention and transmit energy. All right. Actually, metal is also a very good element for dispersing or comforting the 二黑五黄 or the two black illness star or the five yellow star. OK， 二黑五黄在风水呢，悬空风水里面呢。永远呢是一个最不好的一个方向来的哈，因为呢，他们通常都代表呢疾病，还有呢官司还有呢什么东西是非还有呢可能是说人与人关系的那个争吵dispute conflicts like that OK， 所以呢五王跟二黑呢都需要画的，好我发一个 WhatsApp message 哈。所以呢，五王跟二黑嘛，都是属土的，好，记住我说的这句话，二黑跟五王都是属土的 ，OK， 所以呢，二黑五王都是属土的所以呢，看一下 comment，Master Jason 左青龙右白虎是不是从家里面的大门看出去？是Angel 收Angie 收是。OK， 我说完这个二会五黄呢，然后跟你们说一下左青龙右白虎的这件事情。OK， 二会五黄呢是属土的，所以呢，我们是需要用金来化这个能量的要记住The two black and five yellow stars are of the earth energy, and we must use the metal to convert it, all right, or to minimize it. 为什么呢 ？Why is that so? All right. 二黑跟五王是属土，土能够生金，对不对？好，你看我们呢，什么坏人嘛，在自己生的儿子或者女儿前面呢， 都不会做坏事情的。好，土生金，所以呢，你在二会五黄那边呢放一些金属的东西呢，那个二会五黄呢就不会呢做坏事了。好，就是那么简单啊。也是呢，因为呢那个五行生克制化论，土是生金的。好，那个五行生克制化论就是呢，土生金，金生水，水生木，木生火，火再生土啊，对不对？所以土能够生金，你妈妈就是那妈妈生你出来是不是要用很大的能量？她顾着生你了，她还会做坏事情吗？不会的嘛，对不对？她顾着生你，那是一个爱的一个动作嘛。好，所以我们画二黑五黄永远都是用金的。好，所以你看呢，坦白说那个什么玄中秀，叫你买一个琉璃的石头放在二黑五黄那边，你们自己想一下，你们自己想一下。好，你们自己想一下。好，我呢告诉你们的都是真正的八字风水的一些学理了。好，有时候OK 了，说了就说完它了。元中寿他们呢虽然是上市的公司上市的公司呢最重要是什么？是赚你的钱。如果呢玄中寿呢他们不赚钱呢，没有客人的话呢，他们的 stock 那个价钱就不会升。他们的 stock 这几年有没有升呢？你们自己去查一下啦 ，OK？ 所以呢，玄中秀这些呢是很 commercialized 的，他不管你对跟错，只要赚钱，只能卖，他都会卖给你。所以呢，他们卖什么水晶卖什么那种 bracelet 只能够你付钱他就卖，就是这样简单，有 demand 就有 supply， 就是这样子啊。所以呢，你们去玄中秀这些店虽然是一个上市的公司可是呢，很多东西都是很 commercialized 的。那个大师呢，你每次看完命，他都会告诉你你要买这个 pendant 买这个 pendant 什么东西，能量什么水晶什么东西的，千多几千块钱。你每次算完命，他们都会叫你做同样的事情的，不管你是什么八字，你的八字是身弱身旺，还是你紫微斗数什么，不管你是谁看八字，他都卖你同一样的 product 的玄中秀就是这样子然后叫你在那个二会五黄那边放那个琉璃的石头，本来二会五黄就是一个一个土来的吗？你还放那个土在那边，你看他们，你自己去上他们的网站看了他们会叫你买琉璃石头，为什么卖琉璃石头给你？跟风水没有关系，因为在中国呢，卖琉璃石头很便宜，可是呢，他一转手说自己是玄中秀了，就可以几百块、几千块卖给你了。在中国呢，琉璃石头呢是多少钱？可能2块钱、3块钱一个一个 pendant 打个比喻，2块钱、3块钱一个 pendant 进去了玄中秀呢，给他们包装一下了二黑五黄呢也可以放石头的，没有关系的玄中秀，因为重点是玄中秀需要它的 stock value 在那边升，如果它 stock value 没有升呢，他们呢就没有人买他们的 stock 了。所以呢，你要跟他们这种公司呢打交道呢，是你们个人的选择了是你们个人的选择所以呢就是这样子咯这个新加坡的风水的 industry 是很现实的，很多人跟你们说假话，随便抽一张卡然后自己也不懂八字，也不懂得风水的也可以帮你看风水，也可以帮你算八字，也可以随便抽一张卡，他喜欢跟你告诉你什么就告诉你什么，然后就买那种什么啦，他们自己发明的啦没有风水理论在后面的所以呢你们自己想了我不太说了所以呢就是呢新加坡就是一个很特别的地方了，特别在什么？特别贵新加坡没有什么特别，只有特别贵3个字就是这样子啦所以呢风水的在新加坡的风水也是这样子很奇葩，然后呢很多东西呢其实我是不应该说的这些东西呢，因为呢我也可以用这些方法嘛可是我要说这些方法，因为我不想真正的风水跟八字的那个理论呢被人家误会了，当作是一种骗钱的工具。真正的八字跟风水是拿来帮助别人的到最后的目的是拿来帮助别人 让人家过上更好的人生哦，并不是为了那个 stock market value 呢要升值的哦，那个呢是有点过分的。如果呢你把二黑五王呢都说错呢，你身为一个上市的风水公司呢，那你是真的有点离谱，有点奇葩，有点不负责任了哈。所以我们记得二黑五王永远都用金属来生来画二黑五王永远都用金属来画因为呢这个是唯一能够画那个土的能量的方法然后呢 Earth alright Earth in terms of Earth right it will represent stability and performance alright colors are usually related to light yellow sandy earth or light brown alright lastly we have fire alright fire is considered the most powerful of all five elements and represents energy and passion. All right, colors related are red, strong, yellow, orange, purple, and pink. All right，尤其是呢，现在我们进入了这个离卦九运离卦的九运这个是一个属火的一个大运来的。是一个宇宙的大运所以呢，以后嘛，很多产品关于火的东西有好像 virtual reality solar energy还有什么metal world metal world computer science all right all these things right will be very popular in terms of the fire elemental trend of the universe which is the non-universal trend all right and next time right those brands that have the red color logo or have the purple color logo or pink color logo right all right all these are auspicious color all right for the non-universal trend all right so all these are example of how you go about, all right, analyzing, right? OK 刚才那个Angie So Angie So 有问关于左青龙右白虎的那个事情，OK。所以呢，我们呢看那个左青龙右白虎呢，是从我们自己的家看出去的，所以呢，你看嘛，你站在门口面前，如果呢你家的那个左边是比较大的话，就是呢你的左青龙位比较大。那是对男主人呢会比较好的。如果你的家的右面嘛是比较大、比较多空间嘛，那个是白虎会比较强，代表呢你家里面的女主人呢是比较话事的，是比较 powerful 或者比较 authoritative 的所以呢，你看很多女强人的家嘛，他们的家的右边都是很大的位置，都很大，比左边大的你们自己 observe 一下 ，alright。So in English, right, there is this theory called the left green dragon and the right white tiger area. All right, it is analyzed by standing right in your living room facing the main door. All right, at your living room facing the main door. All right, if you are standing in the living room facing the main door and the left area of the living of your entire house is having a larger area all right that actually means right the male figures of the house are more authoritative and more powerful whereas if standing in the living room of the house facing the main door the right side is having more area than the left side then the female members within the house will be more authoritative and more powerful 就是这样简单而已 OK 就是这样简单而已 OK 所以呢 Angie 说希望我有帮你解答这个问题了 OK 好了所以呢，这个就是一个看风水的一个floor plan，我们怎么样把它divide 成不同的地方咯？可能是用不同的方位OK colors of 风水 helps to get as much positive energy as possible OK that's very true because right different people right okay I have to answer a call again for my father this time OK 喂 OK 好 OK 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 thank you OK OK Okay, so I just answer a call from my father. So I apologize that I have always have to answer parents' calls. Okay, and okay, so just give me a minute to reply a message. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah. So right, in terms of the using of color, right, is also a very important factor in terms of feng shui. All right. For instance, actually, right, psychologists have make a study regarding color and how it affects a person's mood. All right. For example, last time, right, they have done a study whereby they observed that restaurants that use a yellow color will be able to bring about more orders from customer, because yellow color is actually a very interesting color that will increase the appetite of the customers. Okay, for example, you look at McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's actually is using the yellow and red color as the team color. And if you look at Ba right, red is actually blood, and yellow is actually the digestive system. Okay, sorry, my father called again. So just give me a moment. 喂喂，OK OK，我而家落嚟，OK OK OK。Okay, so I was saying, all right, McDonald uses the red and yellow as a team color, and and as all of you know, right, although McDonald's burger are so um not delicious. Okay, it is one of the most not delicious burgers in this on this planet Earth. All right, but it is still one of the biggest fast food chain. All right. 麦当劳做的 burger 呢是最难吃的，可是为什么他们呢也是呢这个世界上最大的一个那个 fast food 的一个 chain 呢？就是他们用对了颜色啊，有没有发现呢？麦当劳他们用的颜色是什么？就是红色跟黄色啊，红色是代表血液啊，代表一个能力啊，或者一个生活的一个 vitality。然后呢，yellow color 就是 earth 啊，earth 也是我们的 digestive system 嘛。然后呢，psychologist 呢以前也是做一个调查了，就是一个 research 啊，他们有做那个不同的 research，就发现呢人呢看到黄色的时候呢，他的食欲呢是比较大的哦，比较高的哦。The psychologists actually done a research whereby they did different group studies and found out that right people who are looking at the yellow color, they will eat more. Okay, they will order more food. All right, because right yellow color will increase their appetite. Okay, so right it actually shows right color will affect us a lot. All right, subconsciously. All right. That's the reason why even McDonald is selling burgers that are so not delicious. All right, it is still being is able to become one of the largest food chains in this world. All right, okay, so okay, so right, that's why the choosing of colors is very important, both for our interior design, for company logo, and even for your dress, for your wardrobe. Okay, all right. For example, people who lacks the water element, they can use more black, blue, and gray. People who lacks fire can use more of the purple, red, and pink. People who lacks the wood can use more of the green, and people who lacks the metal can use white, gold, silver, for instance. Okay, people who lacks the earth may use yellow or brown color. All right. So color chart of feng shui determines the best color to harmonize the emotions and to radiate positive energy. All right. Ultimately, feng shui is the belief that right. Feng shui is the belief that believes in the manipulation of colors and the positioning of the various objects in a house in order to divert the same amount of energy, strong and positive as possible. All right. So right, colors is one of the very important factors. All right, in terms of feng shui, or also okay. Just for a very simple example, right? For example, why is it that Facebook uses the blue color? If you look at Mark Zuckerberg's birth chart, he is of a Earth Day Master, Earth Day Master, and water is actually his wealth. Thus, he uses the blue color as his Facebook team color. All right. So all these company logos, right? Sometimes, right? I don't know whether they chose someone to, who know astrology or feng shui to choose all these company logo color, but most of the time they do. All right, most of the time they do. All right, so all these right feng shui chart right is able to help you to analyze right how to increase wealth, fame, marriage, right? Improve your family relationship, health, well-being, your children, your knowledge and self-cultivation, your career, and where to find helpful people. All right. And moving on, I will touch on the eight mansions feng shui. All right. Egg mansion feng shui actually, right, is another very helpful or very important school of feng shui knowledge, all right, that will help us to find out the positive areas within our house, all right. So, right, egg mansions feng shui is one of the classic concepts of Chinese metaphysics that have strong fundamentals rooted in compass direction, all right. For this reason, it is also often categorized into in modern practice and jargon to belong to the compass school methodologies of 风水哈。OK is a mouthful of words。OK 就是只是说呢，八宅风水呢是风水里面一个呢常常用到的一门风水了哈，是一个理气风水来的。All right。OK， 叫做八宅风水，因为呢，他会看到家里面八个方望八个方向。All right，the Chinese name for eight mansions is 八宅。All right，is called 八宅风水。All right，because Chinese words can carry diverse sets of meanings. 八宅 can be translated literally to various times when we get into this specifically. While the word 八 can be conclusively be determined to mean the number 8. The same confusion cannot be said of the word 宅, all right? So, right, all these are just background knowledge, all right? So, I will not go into it. Basically, right, 八宅风水, right, basically just teach you something that is of the 生气, all right? 福位, 天医, 延年, all right? 五鬼, 六煞, and 祸害, all right? So right just now, right, for the first 1.5 hours, right, I have taught a lot on the basic knowledge of Feng Shui. It's really for the beginners, all right, who have never heard of Feng Shui to get a brief idea or helicopter view, all right, to know what is Feng Shui, all right. Just a very brief helicopter view of what is Feng Shui all about, all right. So right, in terms of the more in-depth kind of Feng Shui analysis, right, or a more applicable kind of feng shui analysis that's related to the temporal school, which is the Li Qi or Li Qi feng shui. Li Qi feng shui 呢，有一个最常用的我们看风水最常用的，就是看这八个方位了，就是这个生气位、福位、天医位、延年位、五鬼位、六煞位、祸害位还有绝命位那个方向呢，会去到那边呢？其实呢，要看你大门是上在哪里，你的坐向是向哪里。All right. Okay, so how to determine these 8 directions? All right, the 生气 directions, the 福位, the 天医 direction, the 延年 direction, the 五鬼 direction, the 流煞direction, the 祸害 direction, and the 巨门 direction. Basically, you have to first analyze the sitting of your house and the facing of your house. Sitting means, okay, let me first talk about facing. Facing, right, is the main entrance of your house where people enter into your house, all right? Feng Shui only occurs when there is interaction between the human's energy field and the environment energy field, okay? 风水呢只会呢存在呢是在一个条件以下，就是呢人跟环境同时有一个 interaction， 有一个互相交流的一个情况方下才会有风水的。没有人的地方是没有风水的效果的所以呢就是要人跟地方一起，然后就是刚才说的天地人吗？你们记得吗？ The heaven, the earth, and humans are the 3 important elements or factors that contribute to feng shui analysis. All right. if you only have heaven and earth without humans, there will be no feng shui. All right. If you have humans and earth and no heaven, right, there will be no feng shui. It's always about heaven, earth, and humans. All right. So in terms of finding out the 8 mansions direction, right, you have to first analyze where is the main entrance of the property or house whereby humans comes into the house. All right. When human comes into the house, there will be the interaction and there will be feng shui. All right. That will be the main entrance where people come into the house. That will be the facing of the house. And at the right opposite direction, that will be the sitting of the house. 就是呢，我们大门有人进来的那个方向呢，那个就是我们的向了，那个就是向。那向的直对面呢，就是我们的坐咯，就是我们的坐向咯。好像我们常常是坐北向南啊，坐南向北啊，就是这样的一个原理了，没有什么复杂的。OK， 好，所以呢，这些呢我就不教了，这些是深入的风水的一些理论呢，你们会第一天学风水呢，教了你们也是会听不懂所以呢我直接去挑去一些比较有趣的事情就是呢，我们其实呢也可以用八宅风水呢来看你家里面的号码，甚至你电话号码呢是不是一个吉祥的一个号码了。So right, in terms of the 8 mansion feng shui, right, we can actually use it, right, for number analysis also. All right. For example, right, Shen Qi actually represents wealth and success. Okay. So this is just a very general guide. All right. This is just a very general feng shui guide. All right. But just for your interest, okay, just to arouse your interest. If your house number, right, is having all these number like 14, 67, 39, and 28, all these are auspicious number for your house, okay, for your house door, or even auspicious number for your mobile number. All right, if you are able to find these pairs of number, okay, within your house door or your telephone number. But this is just a general guide within taking your birth charts into consideration. Okay, all right, within taking your birth charts into consideration. This is just a general feng shui guide. All right. So right, when you choose your house number, right? If you have 14, right? Sometimes we thought, right, number 4 is no good, right? Actually, it's not. 14 is actually the Shen Qi number. Shen Qi actually represents a wealth and success, and actually is a positive corner for boosting your Qi energy or your life force. All right, and if you are able to find this number at your house door, actually they are auspicious and will bring about good luck for you. All right. So right, if you think right, number 4 is not a good number, it's not correct. All right. And actually, in terms of Shen Qi, right, this Shen Qi here, in terms of feng shui, right, is actually the best area for big rooms and for the facing of the door, the main door, and is also an auspicious area for the kitchen. All right. And for children who are studying, all right, it is actually also a good direction to have this Shen Qi area as the study area. All right. So what you can do is like if you can identify the Shen Qi area of your house, all right, then you go and put this 4 auspicious number over there. All right. I don't know what you can do. Perhaps you'll get just put a number 14, 67, or 39, or 28. All right. A lot of people like the number 28. All right. Okay, 28 is my birthday number also. All right. So it's actually a very auspicious number. Okay. So you can put all these number at the Shen Qi area of the house and will be able to improve your wealth and success. All right. And once again, all these area are good area for big rooms, for kitchen, for the main door, and for children study area also. But please don't use the Shen Qi area as the toilet area. All right. It is not auspicious for Shen Qi to be at the toilet area of the house. All right. Okay. So avoid this area for the toilet. Okay. And the next we have the Fu Wei. Okay. Fu Wei actually represents stability and smooth sailing. All right. Fu Wei, which is this Chinese word here called Fu Wei. All right. All right. Fu actually means like kind of lying down. All right. but actually it's a stable kind of energy, right? 生气 is like to cultivate, to generate qi, all right? 它生气 and 福威 are both positive areas or directions, okay? So in terms of this all right, in terms of this what you call that? In terms of this Fu Wei, right, it represents stability and also smooth sailing. And Fu Wei, right, is actually very suitable for people to use as a area for sleeping also, right? People who sleep here will be able to sleep soundly. And you know, for people who often have nightmare, for example, you can choose the Fu Wei as the area for your big room. And actually, it's very a very positive area to be used as the master bedroom. Okay, master bedroom. All right, for the master or the owner of the house to be at the Fu Wei. All right, Fu Wei is a very positive corner that represents stability, and is also a positive area for the altar. Like for example, you want to put your Buddha, your Bodhisattva, 你的观音菩萨、你的佛像等等哈，这些呢放在福位都是很好的。你的那个神位放在这边嘛，就会让你家里面的人呢，家里面做一切都比较顺利，然后呢相处起来会比较融洽融洽很重要哈，对不对？融洽很重要，家里面呢那个福位呢，你放一个弥罗佛笑佛那种弥罗佛，肚子大大个，然后呢看起来很开心肥肥这样子好像我这样肥肥这样这样对不对？放那些佛像呢，对家里面的人呢都会有一个好的一个影响。好像有一些那种报纸观音好像如果你要想生孩子你可以请一个报纸观音放在那个福位，那也可以呢保佑你呢早一点生孩子的然后呢alright, so the Fu Wei is a positive area for worshiping, also for prayers, for meditation, and also a positive area for big room, for the master bedroom. Alright. And another thing that you can do in the Fu Wei is to put a big round stone. All right. For example, this kind of big round stone. All right. Best if it's your favorite color. All right. Best if it is your favorite color. For example, if you lack the fire element, you can choose a pink crystal or purple crystal. All right. I'm not selling this crystal. All right. It's just for show. Okay. So get a round stone. All right. Egg shape. Right. Or round shaped stone put at the Fu Wei. All right. For example, if you lack the metal element, then you can choose one that is white in color or one that is gold in color. I don't know whether you can find a gold color stone, okay? But it's up to you to explore, all right? For instance, okay? All right? So people, right, who actually have this number 11, all right? Number 22, number 33, number 44, number 55, 66, 77, 88, and 99, all right, at the main door, all right. Also, these are good numbers. Or if you find this number in your mobile number, all right, these are also positive number, okay. For example, you look at my handphone number, all right. My handphone number, what's my handphone number, all right? My handphone number is, okay, all right. My handphone number is 984 11199. All right. Okay, I type in the comments. All right. Perhaps I put here just to let you remember my handphone number. Okay, my number is 984 11199. All right. So I just want to show you my number. Okay, you can see right there are a lot of number 111 and 99. All right, all these are Fu Wei number and will represent stability and smooth sailing. Okay, so if you want to choose a good number, all right, it will be good to have this set of number 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. All right, all these are Fu Wei numbers which will represent stability and smooth sailing. Okay, all right. But of course, all these are general guides without taking your birth chart into consideration. If you really want to be extremely accurate and effective, you have to calculate your date and time of birth also, all right, and analyze these two together, all right, in order to find the most auspicious numbers for you, all right. All right, so this is my number, very auspicious number, right? Because it's all of the full way number, okay. So yeah. So next we have the Tian Yi, all right, Tian Yi, right, which is the heaven doctor, all right, heaven doctor, all right, Tian Yi, which is the heaven doctor, all right. Tian Yi direction represents good health and recovery, all right, represents good health and recovery. And actually, right, Tian Yi, this corner also will represent wealth, will represent good wealth, because, right, common sensically speaking, right, if you don't have good health, right, there's no way you can have the strength or will be able to make the good efforts to earn money also, all right, because all right, good health is a prerequisite for earning money. If you don't, you're not able to move, you're not able to work, how are you going to earn money, all right. So right, if you want to improve your health, sorry, if you want to improve wealth in your life, right, 你要做一个有钱人，你一定要先搞好什么？一定要先搞好你的身体啊！你的身体不好，你怎么赚钱？你那里痛这里痛，然后呢，每天呢，心情也不好，那你怎么去赚钱？所以呢，你真的要赚大钱呢，你先搞好你的身体啦。所以呢，天一位是一个很重要的位置哦。好，the heaven doctor direction is a very important direction for the house feng shui also, because right, it is the best direction or the corner of the house for improving health. All right. If you want to, like for example, you want to have good health, you can sleep or rest more in the 10E corner of the house. And then you will also, like for example, you can also, like after having a surgery, like for example, your mother just have a surgery, right? She may also be, have her big room at the 10E corner. All right. In that way, she will recover very quickly. All right. And this area of the house will also, right, help you to prevent falling sick, and help you to prevent wealth leakage also. 就是呢，能够帮你呢守得住财然后呢不会漏财。可是天一位也不可以遇到厕所你厕所整天冲那个厕所，那个钱就会漏了然后呢，厕所一个是不干净的地方，所以呢，天一位呢也最好不要做厕所了天一位 is not suitable to have toilets also, all right? And at the 天一 corner, it is also possible or also beneficial to have plants with big leaves, all right, at the 天一 corner, or have a fish tank with live fishes inside, all right, to boost the wealth energy. Or you can place valuable items, all right, at this 10E corner of the house. For example, valuable items mean maybe your money box, like your kind of expensive feng shui decoration, all right. All this will be able to further boost the wealth energy and the health energy of this 10E corner, all right. Yeah. So right, one of the most important thing, right, regarding this 10E corner, right, is to never put plastic plants. All right. I don't know why I visited some of my Singapore clients' house. All right. They say their previous feng shui master asked them to put plastic plants at the 10E corner. All right. The reason why we put live plants at such positive corner is because the life energy of the plants will further boost the positive qi of this 天一 wave, which is the heavenly doctor corner. All right. I don't know why some feng shui practitioners will encourage you to put plastic plants, because plastic plants will not have any form of life energy to boost the 天一, the positive chi of the 天一 corner. All right. So never use plastic plants for feng shui modification. Okay. All right. So such is very easy to remember thing. All right. In feng shui, we don't use plastic plants for feng shui. All right. Okay. Of course, there are other things that we can do. All right, such as the using of the egg white stone, right, for further boosting 天一 corner of the house, all right? But that will often have to also consider together with the birth chart of the occupants, all right? So if you have the number 14, right, 67, all right, okay, I believe this is okay, I believe I typed wrongly. Okay, so I will correct this. Okay, I will correct this and let you all have a correct version. All right, later on. All right, regarding number. Okay, so you ignore this set of number. All right, I have typed this number wrongly. Okay, so I will get you the 10E number later on. All right, these are okay. These are a repetition of the Shen Qi number. All right, when we come to Yan Lian, all right, Yan Lian is another direction that represents relationships and harmony, all right? And these are 1978, 34, 36 are the Yan Lian numbers, all right? Yan Lian actually means an extension of years, all right? Which actually is also an auspicious energy, all right? Bringing about positive relationships and harmony within the family. And the Yan Lian corner, right, can actually be used, all right, for the master bedroom, for kitchen, and also for the children study area, all right. And when it comes to negative areas, we have the Wu Gui, all right, Wu Gui, which actually are the five goals corner, all right, five goals corner, all right. And Wu Gui is not an auspicious corner of the house, all right. People who sleep at the Wu Gui area will often fall sick, all right, and will often experience people who come to them with ill intentions, and also there will be a lot of quarrels, a lot of mistakes being made by the person who sleep at the Wu Gui area. Okay, so it is not an auspicious area for sleeping, for working, or for for staying for a long period of time. But it is a good area for storeroom, for kitchen. Okay, sorry, it's not a positive area for kitchen. Okay, it's not a positive area for kitchen. Wu Gui is not is best to be used for storeroom, for toilet, all right, and for example for areas like your garage, or for the rubbish chart. Okay, for example, this area are positive for Wu Gui. Okay, and this 18, all right, is actually not a positive number. 79, 36, and 24 are all not positive number because they belong to Wu Gui. All right, they belong to Wu Gui. All right, okay. So do remember, don't use, all right, don't use this number, all right, to for your door, for your car plate, all right. People who have this Wu Gui number, right, for your telephone number or your car plate, right, usually will be met with accidents very easily, all right, will match with accidents very easily. Okay, so don't use this for your car plate also. Okay, please remember. All right. All right. So later on, I will get back to you with the Yan Yan number also. Okay. Right. Because I believe I type repetition of the number. All right. So okay. So let me go to this Liu Sha. Okay. Liu Sha is also another inauspicious corner of the house. All right. It's another inauspicious corner of the house, which will represent, all right, kind of like scandals and betrayal. OK， 就会很多是非很多人背叛你所以呢，六杀也是不可以用来做睡房或者工作的地方。然后呢，好像这些号码16、47、38、29都是不好的号码都并不是说很好的号码然后呢，还有一个叫做祸害祸害也并不是说一个好的地方祸害也并不是说好的地方。祸害呢是可以用来做厕所的because 祸害 represents obstacles and mistakes. And 17, 89, 46, and 23 are of the whole high or numbers. So don't use this for your important, like for example, don't use this for your mobile phone number, car plate number also, all right? Because it will bring about obstacles and mistakes, all right? Okay, so lastly, we have Jimen, all right? Jiman also represents disasters and catastrophic catastrophic events. OK， 所以呢，巨门呢到最后呢也是这个绝命啦，不是巨门，这个叫绝命啊。绝命也并不是说一个好的位置，就是12、69、48、37，也是不好。好了，那我休息一下了，今天讲的太久了，我没有力气讲下去了。OK， 所以呢，风水大概呢一个初学者呢学了可以学这些东西啊。可是你真的要学风水呢，也并不是那么容易的啊，要学很多东西啊。我还是建议呢，你们先学好八字，因为呢，八字跟风水呢是有一个关系的啊。八字呢，八字 is very related to 风水，and if you really want to study 风水 well, right, it will be very important to learn 八字. All right, if you observe that the practitioner is not even good in 八字, then no point go and ask him to analyze your house 风水, because right, 八字 is the basic. If you can't even get the basics right, and still go every time just go online and then tell you about the 12 animal zodiacs, all right, then there's no point go and ask that kind of practitioner to go and analyze your house feng shui, because that will not be accurate. If that feng shui practitioner is not even able to get the basic right, the 八字 basic right, okay, and still talking about the 12 animal zodiacs all the time, then forget about it. Don't have to waste your time and energy spending, right, so much money to ask that kind of practitioner to go and analyze your house feng shui for you, because the outcome will not be positive. You will not be able to increase your indirect wealth, will not be able to improve your personal relationship, your marriage, etc., etc. Okay, so okay, today I have talked for about 2 hours. All right, I won't be able to go on anymore. Okay, so it's quite a long video, so I will teach more in future lessons. All right, on feng shui, anything that's related to feng shui and 八字or 紫微斗数. All right, or 奇门遁甲. Okay, astrology and feng shui is a very large topic. All right, there are many different fields, many different areas to study, and each area, right, for example, 八字 alone can require you a few decades of study, and yet you are still not able to finish studying it. All right, even for me, all right, after 30 years of studying, I'm still studying every day. All right, so right, it's a very large universe of knowledge and things to learn about. Okay, so I cannot teach all of you everything within just 2 hours. It is impossible. Okay, so before I lose my voice, just want to wish all of you a good evening. All right, so let me take a look at some of the comments. All right, your handphone number is success number. Yeah, correct. Aries, I hope so also. Okay, 31 94 68. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, I will double check on that. All right, because I believe I have made a mistake when I type it out. All right, master, how much for the course and how long is it? Sky Chan, you mean for the 八字 reading course or 紫微斗数? All right, my 八字course, right, is only at $300, and I will guide you through, all right, step by step until you are able to analyze your own 八字 chart yourself. Okay, for the 八字 learning course, one-to-one learning course, is only at 300 Singapore dollars. Whereas the 紫微斗数 course is at $400. Okay, promotion price. Okay, before the end of this year. All right, I will have promotion price. Okay, $400. All right, for the 紫微斗数 course. Likewise, I will guide you and teach you until you are able to analyze your own chart. Okay, so if you are interested, you can WhatsApp me my auspicious number. All right. 984 111 okay, 984 111. All right, WhatsApp me in private and I will guide you along. All right, and teach you and help you to understand these courses further. All right, so Miss Maka, thank you very much too for listening. All right, always staying on to listening to my sharing. My sharing are often very long because I want to be as informative as possible to impart to all my viewers the accurate and authentic feng shui and 八字 knowledge. All right, so that you all will be able to discern for yourself what is right and what is wrong. All right. But for more in-depth study, please come to me for more in-depth explanation, especially explanation that is basing on your own birth chart, basing on your date and time of birth, place of birth also, because each of us are born in a different location and have different solar time of birth. All right. So all this have to be adjusted before you are able to plot an accurate birth chart. Okay. So thank you all for being here tonight. Really grateful that you stay on with me and for this about 2 hours of lesson. All right. So Mr. Sky Chan, thank you very much. I believe it's your first time here viewing my live, and welcome, and do come by to my live sessions that I will conduct regularly. Every few days. Okay, and thank you very much, Miss Maka. I mean Mary Day also. Mary Day is my student, and hope that you have been recovering from your COVID-19 also. All right. So please take good care, everyone, and drink more water. All right. And see you all in the next live video.